Halftime always fun here in Miami as we see an overview of the city. Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting.
Yeah, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. Yeah, just frustrated. Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
He hits the second from the line for one more.
I mean, you got to be honest, though. The transition defense just has been lacking.
Yeah, fast break points all over the place. I mean, at some point, you got to make the commitment to sprint back and then slow them down and stop the ball.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. In fourth, the Heat.
You know, shot blocking can sometimes, hey, gentlemen, true shots. True shots.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
First free throw is good.
Come on with it.
Once I bring it to you, you won't be safe nowhere.
More levels, more devils. Diesel, airing out the stage like a Neville. Brother, leave you. Dot on your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Ha, ha. Hip hop is separated by the nice and the nice.
Both shots good from the strike.
I'm only 27 and I'm only getting better. If I haven't passed you yet, watch me catch up now. For real.
Simply fantastic. Cool as they come. Even kill and flatline that one.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Heat out front, just dominating this one. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. And we'll go to Kenny first. What you see out there?
Well, it has been an electric performance. These guys were firing on all cylinders. They came out aggressive, going after those rebounds, and they were piling it up. I think they wanted to send a message with their physicality. And they're going to be nearly impossible to stop if they're playing that way.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
The Heat shooting their fourth attempt at the free throw line right here. And that one missing since the All-Star break. In fourth, the Heat.
You know what, Kevin? The All-Star game isn't known as a display of great deep the Heat have performed. Second in block, third and fewest turnovers per game. And they also show.
Now we get a chance to check out the seating out west. 4 games left on the schedule here. Take a look at the Jazz. They got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting out. And checking out the Lakers, they're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
And I think for the Lakers, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
You know, maybe they'd like to forget it, but there are lessons to take from it as well. I mean, the mistakes they've made this year can't be repeated if they want to get a taste of the postseason anytime soon.
well to strike.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, and I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see. The Heat have hit after free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far.
Really, they have
Need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. Well, we thought the third quarter was over. It turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the replay review center in Secaucus queuing up the footage for the officials.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get every call right.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. One free throw coming his way.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Garcia, he's checked in for Reed.
One shot.
He converts at the line.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
On the free throw, no good. A lot of contact here.
So low, we making our wheels at 18s. Well, how you get rid of guys who step out of line, your rep solidifies. So tell me, when I rap, you think I could criticize? If this flies, don't strike me. And I got a question, are you forgiving guys who live just like me? We never know. One day I prayed to you and said if I ever blow, I let them know the stakes ain't exactly
Free throw drops from Malone.
Still I feel my job ain't done. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son, ain't nothing nice. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son, ain't nothing nice. In many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son, ain't nothing nice. In many places, but I'm Brooklyn's own. Cough up a lung where I'm from. Marcy, son, ain't nothing nice.
So he gets them both. May not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to beat Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next,
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Like the on my wrist and this on my waist. Y'all can't do about this to show you love.
Ernie Johnson again, folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to take a quick peek at our Jordan Player of the Game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
What can you say about the show he put on tonight? That was simply basketball greatness. You hardly get a player that gets that focused, that determined. He did the work of 3 players out there tonight and got the points to prove it.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. You know he can hit the 3 ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than that. And that really opened up the game.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon. But